Z100.
Oh my God, look who is here. Ellie Goulding.
Hello.
Welcome. She's laughing already.
Thank you very much. I don't know why I'm so giggly.
No, I can tell you what. Let me tell you something. You broke the record, okay? The most emails I have ever received about an artist coming up to Z100.
No.
Yup, all about you. Yup.
Really?
The most emails. And the guy in the corner is somewhat responsible. But yeah, the most emails. I mean, down to like the minute. They had a schedule, like the president of the United States traveling, down to the minute of where you would be, what time, what place, what would be required of you, like down to the second. And I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, this girl is like hella important. They have her planned to the second. Her visit timed like a state visit from an ambassador. So welcome.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I love Lights. And that song, I mean, that song's been on, much like a preserve that you would keep in your grandmother's basement. That song was on the shelf for a while and actually came out last year.
Yeah.
And like most things do from the UK, it takes a while to float over to this continent and then blows up.
I still can't believe it. I still can't believe that, like, I keep hearing it everywhere. Like, I haven't been I came back to the States a couple of weeks ago. I was in LA and Miami briefly for Ultra, the music festival, and then we were just hearing it everywhere. Like, and it's crazy to me because like it came out so long ago, and now it's on the radio and stuff, which is awesome. But
what do you think about the UK artist explosion? Do you feel like this is because we declared our independence back in the day as a country, that now this is like the revenge that you guys are just taking over the entertainment scene?
I don't know. I really. It's one of those things that I wish that I could explain because it would be really useful, but I can't explain why so many loads, and it's really cool. I think it's really cool that loads of British bands and artists are doing well over here, because it is tough, it's tough to get noticed, and there's already so many amazing artists and projects and things going on over here that, to me, like, it's really exciting that people are coming over here.
But you're legit. You've been writing songs like since before you were 15. Like, you had stuff going on a long time ago.
You've done your research.
So yes. So I want to know though, when you're 15, what kind of songs? What's happening in your life? I just want to hear the kind of song that you're writing at 15. Like, it's a different thing. All you know is what's around you: school, your friends, people making fun.
This is the thing, right? The reason I started writing songs so early on is because I felt like I had so much to write about so early on, and like all my friends would be like concentrating on schoolwork, and I'd just be in love, like, all the time. Like, I'd be infatuated with everything and everyone, and so I ended up like when I was 14, I wrote this song about this boy that I was really obsessed with.
What was his name?
No, I don't.
First name. What was his first name?
I don't.
She's turning red.
I don't want him to know, because I don't know.
Well, James Blunt did, and it made him a lot of money when he talked about that one girl, and you're beautiful.
I know.
I will call him.
His name was David.
David, okay. All right, we will call him, yeah.
And
David.
I wrote this song, and honestly, it's like the worst thing I've ever heard now. I'm like I can't actually listen to it because it's so cringe. Like, it's just one of those, like, really.
So you recorded it?
Yeah, I recorded it. I had like this little, like, 4-track thing in my bedroom, and like I just recorded stuff.
I so want to hear this song. And what did you find attractive about him? And what kind of dude was he? Was he like a sports guy?
No, he was like rock dude. He like got me into like Rage Against the Machine and like Soundgarden, well, Pearl Jam, and like he was like a sort of, we like both had loads of piercings, and like he was that kind of rocker kind of.
So he got you into that whole scene?
Yeah. And like he played guitar. I can't believe I'm telling. Like, this is the first time I've ever talked about this guy in this much detail.
I'm proud. This always happens to me. I'm very honored.
And he played guitar so magnificently that it made me want to play guitar. So I started playing guitar, and after a while I forgot about him. Was just obsessed with my guitar and just kept like, I've played my guitar ever since.
Wow, he has no idea.
No.
This dude has no idea that he's responsible probably for your career.
I don't want him to know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't want him to know.
He's going to demand royalties. He'll want some sort of payment.
I know.
David's coming after you. He's lawyered up. That's so cool, though. It's great, when you meet people in your life who inspire you to do things, and they take you on a path that you wouldn't normally. I mean, my God, I hate to bring up another female artist from the UK, but Heartbreak seems to breed a lot of really good songs. And another major famous female artist from the UK has had huge success with Heartbreak songs, an entire album of Heartbreak.
My next record is like, I've been through like loads of different crazy things since I released my first record in the UK, and the next album is pretty like dark. It's got some really sad songs on it.
So okay, totally, it's a departure from what we've heard with Lights and stuff like that.
I don't understand how Lights ended up sounding so like Lights the record ended up sounding so happy and like positive, because like a lot of the lyrics are quite kind of dark, you know, like this level to be a downfall is about when people cheat on each other and stuff. But and then again, it kind of just sounds really like light and happy. But this next record does not sound like that at all.
Did you know when they were putting together the Lights music video that it was going to cause seizures in a certain segment of the population? I mean, obviously the song is called Lights, so you're going to have lasers and crazy things, but I'm like, man, there's no FDA warning or anything saying, if you have some sort of issue, you may want to be careful before watching Lights because, I'm watching it. I have no such issue, but I'm like,
You know, when I made that video, I was so ill. I was like, I had the worst flu that I'd had ever. And so literally someone kept coming into the room and I was just like shaking.
You with the flu?
I had like bad flu,
oh,
and
no.
someone came in, and one of my managers, Alan, like someone would come in and be like, how what have we got left dinner? And he'd be like, half an hour, because like, I was that poor. And in some of the shots in the video, you can see that my eyes are just like, you know, like I'm trying to like dance and like do all this like energetic stuff, and like I've got these lasers and got all these lights and stuff. So you can imagine on the set, like I was just like, what is going on? I was delirious and just like,
It's like the last day of Burning Man. You're like, please, I just want to leave the desert and go home.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I think you were allergic to lasers. I would stay away from them for a while. It wasn't the flu. You have some sort of laser allergy. No more lasers in videos. So, do you enjoy the traveling? Is it fun meeting people, or would you rather just hang home and just do what you do?
No, I love it. I love traveling. I love meeting new people. In the beginning, it was so hectic that I didn't get to meet anyone or do anything. It was just like hotel, like I don't know, performance, show, flight, and it was seriously that 2010 was like the craziest year. But now that I'm here and it's just kind of, it's weird, like I said, that it's just kind of starting up here because people are starting to hear my stuff now. It's like starting to get kind of busy here. In the UK, I'm just in the studio every day writing, so I'm just like in these dark studios, just like not seeing anyone. So it's having like a weird like effect on my brain, I think, because like one side I'm like meeting people and like, you know, which I love, and then like back in the UK I'm just like being really unsociable in this dark studio just writing these intense songs. So,
it's an interesting dichotomy of situations.
Exactly.
Yeah. To use an SAT word.
Yeah.
You worked with Skrillex.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even think he's real. A lot of people think he's like a myth. I forget who it was, some conservative politician thought he was like a lesbian, like thought he was a chick, and then they automatically assumed, a lesbian chick. Like, it's this myth. It's like, tell me, but I am fascinated by that dude, because dubstep is craziness. Much like the lasers in that video you did, dubstep is absolute insanity, and that man's a genius.
Yeah.
And so, how was it working with Skrillex?
It was...
Uh-oh.
What?
You're making the face. I know that face.
What face?
I've seen that face. I'm trying not... Oh, see, I know that. Was he difficult? Tell me about Skrillex.
No, not at all. No, not difficult at all. When he played me that track a long time ago, I like instantly fell in love with it, and he played me like the first kind of version of it or whatever, and then I actually recorded my vocals in the UK.
Okay.
And sent them over.
Okay. So there's never any one-on-one contact in the same room. Oh, wow. Wow, she looks so... You don't want to talk about something? Did you date? What's going on? Oh, wow.
I knew this was coming, man.
Oh, no. You guys had a relationship for a while.
No comment.
That's okay. I didn't know. I honestly had no idea.
He's awesome. He's
good.
Awesome. I've just torn my trousers.
He was that good. See, even to this day, he still has an effect on you, Skrillex.
You're right. He's awesome. He's a genius. He's a really inspirational person to me.
I don't want to dig too deep in this, but I can tell where your relationship went wrong, because he seems like a man who's very into his art and his craft, and things pop up in his life, and it's like, don't ask him to choose between the relationship and the work. Did that have something to do with it?
Oh, God. This is so mean.
She's very red now.
Oh.
This is where you as an artist go, JJ, thank you, move on. That's what.
Next question.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
How did he know?
Man, I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. I honestly had no idea that you guys had a history. I just saw online somewhere that you work together, and I'm fascinated by the man. And so, that's all. But thank you for sharing as much as you did. Let's talk about David some more. Let's go back. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, you are in this position right now where you're meeting all these people that you only have read about, all these other musicians, who out of everyone, has there been anyone who you have died to meet? Like, oh, I cannot wait to meet this person in real life. You're in a show, you're at a showcase, you're at some sort of concert venue at an awards thing, and you're like, oh, cool, I get to meet so-and-so. And then you meet so-and-so who you've idolized for a long time, and you're like, oh, and the person doesn't live up to your expectations. Don't say who, but has that happened to you?
I think that sometimes this is not in a like sort of weird way, but I sometimes I prefer not meeting people because I build up this like sort of mysterious like what this person could be like in person, and there's a lot of people that I idolize, a lot of musicians and people that I really, really have a lot of respect for. So sometimes, I'm cool with not meeting people that I really look up to and just listening to music and just having, obviously, sometimes I really just want to like talk to people and like find out things and find out about, like, I don't know, I want to ask questions, to certain musicians. But also I'm just cool with just listening to their music and, making up what they're like in my head. In person.
See, that's the same reason why I don't travel, because I just don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to go to Egypt, look at the pyramid, and be like, oh man, it's better on TV. Wait, we can't go inside and look for stuff? I can't see like one of the dead people. No, see, very same reason. I appreciate that. I appreciate not wanting to meet people. We sometimes here have really like, interesting people who have been dying to meet.
That, huh?
I can't name names all the time. It happens too often, and it's happening more and more. We're like, we'll like look forward to seeing somebody coming in, and then they'll come in, and like you expect them to be like this amazing person, and they are an amazing talent. But then, choosing my words carefully, how they are. Wow, she turned it around. Good job. How they are.